Now we are ready to get this Saturday matchup underway with the face-off between Lindbergh and Basson. Cedar Rapids got the best of the Blackhawks 3-2 1 week ago. We'll see how things turn on home ice for the Hawks as Waterloo wins the opening draw. Miller sweeps it down toward the left wing corner, took a big hit, but got the puck deep. Now the Hawks try to get it back, and Morick does. Got it to Hillman. Drops it back out. Larrigan into the high slot for Shellberg. Joel Shellberg into the right circle, drops it back. Now it's Larrigan. Sweeps it across. One-timer by Milfors. He scores. A power play goal for the Cedar Rapids Roughriders, and Cedar Rapids goes in front just 4 minutes and 55 seconds into the first period with the power play conversion. Milfors with the one-timer queued up by Shellberg, and Cedar Rapids has the 1-0 lead with the early power play strike. Good possession by the Roughriders once they got it into the zone. Able to move it around laterally, all around the perimeter, as Shellberg will get the secondary assists, give the primary assist to Larrigan. Down to the left wing corner, got to the end boards. Schiller locking up there with the Blackhawk who was in the neighborhood. That was Reed. The Roughriders cross the width of the ice to Resendez, who's flattened with a hit by Kerr, who's going to get a penalty. And the Roughriders are going to go to a power play unless they take a retaliatory penalty, and Stewart took a poke at Kerr and ended up having his helmet knocked off. Townsend tangling with another Roughrider. That's Slezik at the Blackhawk line. Paul snaps it out to the neutral zone. Oh, Hajibi looked like he was offside. He takes a shot after the whistle sounds, and now Phelan goes after Hajibi in the corner at Spicer's right. Roughriders were trying to hit Hajibi from beside their own net with a pass to the Blackhawk blue line. He came over the line early. Blackhawks defensive zone. Resendez gives the puck to Cald. Saucers it across. Basson shoots. Spicer the save. Shows a rebound. It's free. Cedar Rapids scores. Spicer was down. He lost track of the puck, and Riley Basson got there to knock it in. The prolonged sequence in the Blackhawk zone allows the Roughriders to add to their lead. They make it 2-0 at 13:26 of the second period. And like the game between the Hawks and Roughriders last Saturday, it's a multi-goal lead in the second period for Cedar Rapids. Now 17 shots on goal for the Roughriders, a dozen for the Hawks. Waterloo has to follow up with something here. Now for Thorson, top of the left circle shooting, hit his own man, Hillman, loose puck, chopped toward the line, kept in by Compton, slides it to Thorson, then for Miller, he scores! Here come the Hawks! Tyler Miller from the right wing circle, a power play goal. And after the Hawks had just one in their last 19 chances, Tyler Miller puts one through to get the Hawks back within one at 16:31 of the second period. Give Gavin Thorson credit for an assist on the setup across the slot. Compton, I think, will get one too. And it's a wash so far in the second period. Each team with a goal. Cedar Rapids lead back to one with 3:29 left to play before the second intermission. About 3 minutes for Waterloo. Back to Phelan. Left point. They've got a scrap in front of the Cedar Rapids goal as there's Schiller and Morick grappling. Meanwhile, behind the play, Phelan and Hajibi are also involved in an altercation as Morick and Hajibi make that. Morick and Schiller swinging away. Morick knocks Schiller's helmet off with a big right hand, and the linesmen get between. 2:11 left to go in the second period. And obviously penalties coming here, and probably more than just the calls against Schiller and the left point for Felicio. Long wrist shot. Tip. Waterloo scores! Here come the Hawks! The shot by Felicio. Changed directions, dropping past Norton and in. Thorson was there. It might have gone off the Roughrider, though, based on the way that Thorson reacted. And Felicio, the first one in the celebration line. It's a 2-2 game at 7:50 of the third period. Again, based on the reaction, we'll say it's Felicio's goal. It would be his third as a Blackhawk and his 8th of the season. So Will Felicio the second Blackhawk defenseman with a goal in this game. One more time to called in the high slot. They trade spots just inside the blue line. They get Resendez back involved. Sent across a shot. Cedar Rapids scores as it's put in. The pass across found Mothersbaugh in the right circle. And the Roughriders have their second power play goal in 5 tries, retaking the lead at 10:29 of the third period. Ben Mothersbaugh, who spent a lot of this season on the injured reserve list for the Roughriders, breaks the 2-2 tie. Cedar Rapids with a power play one-timer from the opposite circle in the first period. This time it's Mothersbaugh from the right circle on the setup by Resendez. And it's a 3-2 Cedar Rapids lead. 2 of the 3 on the power play for the Roughriders. Knocked off balance, knocked down. Townsend chasing the puck. Meanwhile, Lindbergh's going to get a penalty at the front of the Cedar Rapids net. And there are 3 Roughriders that are after him as he was tangling with Grable. 8:26 left to go in the third period. The initial call was going to be against Lindbergh. And it wouldn't surprise me if the Blackhawks still end up shorthanded. Saved by Spicer, hanging on. And then Welch gives Kerr a jab, and we've got a Donnybrook near the side of the Blackhawk net here. And it looked like Spicer may have been hit by a high stick as he's doubled over outside the Blackhawk crease. 6:20 left to go in the third period as Fascia and Mothersbaugh have to be pulled apart. 3-2 Roughriders as the Hawks navigate that Cedar Rapids power play. Fascia is headed to the penalty box now for Waterloo. Now to Dylan Compton. Wrist shot coming. Waterloo scores! Miles Hillman with the redirection. And here come the Hawks, but they're going to review it. Ryan Siegel is going to review this as Miles Hillman redirected the puck down and in. And Siegel is going to take a look to make sure it wasn't redirected in by a high stick. It was a rising shot by Compton. Puck dropped down and suddenly was bouncing past. No goal. Washed out, so it's still a 3-2 Cedar Rapids Roughrider lead. And if the puck was played by a high stick, the Roughriders are pointing out correctly that the draw ought to go down into the Blackhawk zone. Well, moved out to the neutral zone. Goodbye Miller saving the day. 1.5 left to go in the third period. Miller fed it out to center, stolen by Hijibi, who puts it into the open net from the center circle. And the Cedar Rapids Roughriders take a 4-2 lead. Back ahead by 2 at 18:32 of the third period. Stick, and he flipped it from the center circle into the open net. And the Cedar Rapids Roughriders look like they are headed to a 4-2 victory. They'll try it again. And the faceoff is taken by the Hawks. Mustard couldn't get a shot through. Flipped out through the neutral zone. It goes into the open goal after time had run out. Cedar Rapids with an official final score of 4-2. The Roughriders top the Blackhawks. We'll come back and recap it after a break on the Courtyard by Marriott. Blackhawks.